Impact Studios today. For inquiries, call 0706 393 5694 or 0813 428 2879. You can also send an email to info@highimpactstudios.com to reserve your space today.
Come on over to my place.
Venue on the Sea. A perfect and top-notch location for your special, social, and corporate occasions. Here at High Impact Cruise, we handle your events with elegance while providing you with outstanding service. An amazing experience you will never forget. For more inquiries, call 0815-181-9580, 0818-824-5734, or visit www.highimpactcruise.com. High Impact Cruise, dream, discover, explore.
What do you know about the multiverse?
This season, we're diving into the multiverse of May.
Because our awesomeness gonna be contained in one space.
So whatever alternate universe, reality, or dimension that exists, you can bet your last dime we are gonna be there, doing what we know how to do best, taking premium quality radio and serving it up to you. We know that you're at different stages in your life right now, facing different realities in life's journey. But we want you to know that we're with you each and every step of the way as you achieve your goals. So,
can you be strong? Disciplined, no matter how many times you get hit. Can you get back up?
High Impact 1021 FM charges you to take courage as you embrace May magic. Stay with us and we won't let you down.
Don't let me down. Don't let me down. Down.
The high impact of Lagos. Lagos. Every day of your week.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 7 days a week.
Let's make an impact in your life. 102.1 FM, High Impact Radio.
Hey, High Impact.
Hi, how may I help you?
Which club is the first to win Champions League?
That's very easy. Real Madrid. The first Champions League was won by Real Madrid during the 1955 and 1956 season.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Hey, High Impact.
Hi, how may I help you?
Who is the shortest basketball player in the world?
I like your curiosity. I'll tell you. Muggsy Bogues is the shortest player in the National Basketball Association history, listed at 5 feet 3 inches tall. He was drafted 12th overall by the Washington Bullets in 1987.
Oh, wow, that's interesting.
I'm glad you asked.
Oh, what a feeling. Look what we've overcome. Oh, I'm gonna wave my flag and count all the reasons we are the champions. There ain't no turning back. Saying, oh, can't you taste the feeling? Saying, oh, we all together singing. Look how far we come now. There's beauty in the unity we found. I'm ready. We still got a long way, but look how far we come now.
A very good evening to you sports fans and welcome to the Sports Off Show right here on your number one urban lifestyle station. This is Impact Radio 102.1 FM. It's the Friday edition of the show today, the 31st day in the month of May, year 2024. So good to be here and we're thanking God for the gift of life because yes, this is going to be the last edition of the Sports Up Show for the month of May. So many things to be grateful for, citizens, and I tell you welcome to another bumper edition of the show because I tell you I've got all of the stories, juicy stories are lined up for you on the show this evening. Talk about from the world of sports, telling you are the very best stories making the rounds on this day, preparing us for the action that is to come this weekend because I tell you a big weekend right there in the world of football because here's the Champions League final will be going down live at the Wembley Stadium in London. A big battle between Borussia Dortmund and Real Madrid, a team looking to win it for the 15th time in history. Amazing feat by them as well. We'll talk about the Nigerian Premier Football League. Benga Legbele denying the $11 million MPFL broadcast offer, insisting that they got the best deal, which was about 60 billion naira. And also so much talks from the camp of the Super Eagles. Just so you know, we are already preparing for that big test against the Bafana of South Africa. A couple of players already looking to excuse themselves from camp right now. The latest being Nathan Tella of Bayer Leverkusen, and is definitely going to be replaced by a player who plays his trade in Turkey. Talking about Ibrahim Olawoyin. So much talk about, so much to look into. We talk about the Roland Garros as well. A couple of upsets already, and a couple of big names are looking to do what they know how to do best. Talk about transfers in the world of football. I tell you, Jose Mourinho has now agreed to become Fenerbahce's new manager. From the greens of golf to the octagon of the UFC to the square root of boxing, I've got all of the stories lined up on the show this evening. Ayode Jajiboye is my name. Such an honor to be your host on the show. Without further ado, let's switch in it. And I tell you, on the Sports Talk Show this evening, we'll be doing something a little bit different. A bridge version of the show, you can call it, because why not? We have to talk about, I think, from Nigeria, definitely flying the country's flag so high right there in the world of basketball.
Oh, what a feeling. Look what we've overcome. Oh, I'm gonna wave my flag and count all the reasons we are the champions. There ain't no turning back. Saying, oh, can't you taste the feeling?
I agree.
Saying, oh,
are you with me?
we all together saying, look how far we come now. There's beauty in our
Can you hear me?
unity we found. I'm ready.
Seems a little bit
We
full.
still got a long way, but look how far we come now.
Okay, maybe I should
Hands
try
up
and
for your
call you.
colors. Ready the people, a new day has just begun, and I wear my colors on my back. Yeah. We created equal, one race and that's human. Can't wait till they all see that. Saying, oh, can't you taste the feeling? Saying,
All right, welcome back to the show. Still the Sports Talk Show, 9 Power Radio 102.1 FM. And on the show this evening, we'll be doing it a special way, because I've got in the studio with me, we'll be doing a phone-in call, and I've got the media officer of the Rivers Hoopers. We call them the Kingsmen. Once in a while as well, one basketball club flying the country's flag so high right there in the Basketball Africa League going on the way in Kigali, Rwanda. I tell you, so much to talk about, so much to look into when you're talking about the Kingsmen right there, and then you have to put some respect on their name, being the first Nigerian team, basketball team to qualify and then be at the biggest stage. Just like the media officer would say, no one actually gave them a chance, but then they are right there and everyone is now rooting for them. Talk about all of the heroics that they've been able to do, being an unbeaten 3-0 lead while they were playing in the Sahara Conference right there in Dakar, Senegal. And now onto the biggest. They will be looking to review Rivers Super's impressive run from Dakar, Senegal to Kigali, Rwanda. And I have Queen Joseph Mosev with me this evening. Good evening, Queen. Welcome to the Sports Talk Show.
Yeah, good evening, Aya. Thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure to have you here this evening. And yes, it's so much to talk about, really. Honestly, I tell you, it's a privilege to have you join us on the show, talking about the Rivers Hoopers. Let's start with the atmosphere in the camp right now. What's the feeling like before the tip-off of the third place match against the Cape Town Tigers tonight? Before we talk about what happened yesterday, let's talk about what we have in our front this evening.
We want to finish high. We want to finish on a high. After our disappointing loss 2 days ago, we want to put that behind us and see how we can finish in third place. It's better to finish third than finish fourth because there is even some incentives attached to it when you finish on the podium. And considering where we are coming from, we started off in the Sahara Conference. Like you've mentioned, nobody thought we'll get here. Now we are here, so we just need to utilize and maximize the opportunity. So the guys are just going to this game to see how they can finish strong, finish on a high, and then wrap up the BL season 4 for them with a third place finish, and hopefully we get that at the end of the day.
Obviously, it looks like the team is on upward trajectory right now. Well, you are not the team's manager, but then as the mouthpiece and also the window between we the fans and then the team right now, I can tell a lot of things must have actually happened off the court over what happened in the last couple of days as well. What does it feel like losing to a debutant, talking about the Al Ahly Benghazi in that particular match?
Well, people will look at them as debutants, but we didn't look at them in that manner, because if you look at them in that manner, you would underrate your opponent. If you look at them with that tag of, oh, they're newcomers, really, we should expect them to beat us. No. The way the BL works is that when you do what you need to do to get here, in terms of recruitment, in terms of funding, in terms of preparation, it doesn't even matter if you are a newbie or you are a debutant. You can stand a chance among contenders, even against the defending champions. The defending champs are not even here. Former champions are not even here.
Honestly, for the first time in the history of the BAL since 2021, there are no big names from the Sahara Conference in the finals.
Well, big names, you should refer Rivers Supporters as a big name now.
Okay.
Yeah, you should refer them as a big name. Okay. So, like our points not to crack. I can see it was a very, very close game.
Taking the game into overtime.
We didn't start. Yeah, I went to overtime. We didn't start well. We got into the game gradually. At some point, we led in the fourth quarter. We're thinking we're going to seal it. We had some few mistakes from on our part, which they tied the game and took it to overtime. At overtime, our guys were already really, really tired. So they couldn't stretch us, so we couldn't stretch ourselves anymore. So, but that's a loss. Like I mentioned, debutant anyway, but they are a very, very good side, because you look at it in the team, they have two great South Sudanese players, and those are the core of their team. Majok Deng and Loa Loa even broke the record for most points scored in a single game during the Nile Conference. 42 points in a game. Then they also have Robert in the team. That's the American point guard who was running the floor for them and getting those 3-pointers from the deep. So these are players that you need to watch out for, and you won't really look at the fact that they are debutants. Or players like this, no. That debutant doesn't work at all. It's the team, the top team.
I mean, it's good that I'm hearing from you now that debutant does not work when it comes to the Basketball African League. But then, just like you mentioned about the other team and then the lot of the qualities that they possess, let's talk about the Rivers Upas right now. And I can tell you for a fact that a lot of Nigerians are actually are rooting for these boys. I know you know this. And then talk about the quality that this team actually possess. Let's talk about the last two appearances. Will you say that the type of crop of players that you have this time around is what is actually giving this team the edge that you have in this present campaign?
Yes, most definitely. When we got into the first edition in 2021, everybody was coming to the BAL as novice. You didn't know anything, you didn't know what to do. There were rules binding the BAL. Teams are expected to sign 2 players from the US or Europe, and then 2 players from across Africa. Then you have 8 home-based players to blend with the foreign guys they are coming with. So everybody were just doing what they could. So we got into it, and the fact that we didn't even have a league at that time, it was a COVID year, no basketball at any point in time. The last time we played basketball, competitive basketball, was 2019. The 2020 was nothing. So coming to 2021 and then going to play, first 2 games we were well beaten by Monastir and Petrot. And then we got into the third game, we got that victory. 2022 we won the league and we wanted to come represent Nigeria again.
But there was fracas.
Yes, we couldn't. And last year we missed out on it because we were beaten in the semi-finals by Nigeria Customs. That was checked out for players of experience. You look at Kelvin Amayo, John Wilkins, both of them were in the Malian side and got third place. Will Perry played for the Mozambican side twice, so they all understand how the BL is played. For Divine AK has played in Europe, he has played in US, and he played for the national team in February for the AfroBasket qualifiers. That was where we saw him. I was like, come on, who is this guy? We need him. We all need him. So if you look at the makeup of our team, we only have 2 foreign players, and that's John Wilkins and Will Perry. The rest of them are Nigerians who play outside Nigeria or who grew up in Europe or US. Peter Olisemeka is a Nigerian, but he plays in Europe the last 5 to 6 years.
I mean, so we can talk about him being one of the top guys for you. Yes, we talked about quality and then experience, and that was what we needed. And in terms of preparation, we made sure that these players joined us 1 month before we traveled to Dakar, so that they can blend in terms of chemistry, know how we play, and understand how we play. So these are the things that really helped us to do well this time around. I mean, a good one from you, and also from the team in general, talking about our coach Ogo Odaodu, if I'm correct. Yes, and then just like you mentioned about of players, a lot of basketball enthusiasts in the country, just like myself, I would want to put myself in that mix too. We want to know why you guys don't have much own base, should I say, homegrown talent within your ranks. The logic and the idea, I know you mentioned a bit of it, like there's a particular way you have to go about your players recruitment when it comes to the Basketball African League, but can there be, I mean, a way by which at least majority of the squad players homegrown talents?
Sorry, your line was breaking. You're talking about the homegrown talent?
Yes, and then the logic behind you guys, or should I say the idea behind you guys not having so much of the homegrown talent. You mentioned about the Basketball African League having its own way of, the number of players.
It's part of the rules. It's part of the rules of the BAL. When the BAL started, with 8. That you must have 8, no more than 8 local players.
Okay.
And they are also looking at the market. The product, they're selling the product, like the BL is a product they're selling to the European market, US market. So there is this blend of having NBA players, former NBA players, G League players. So this time around they reduce it from 8 to 7.
Okay.
This time around, so that's why. So, but we have 6. We have 6 players that won us the league on this team.
Okay. I mean,
6 players, then we got 5 players from outside. Then the other player, which is compulsory, is the NBA Academy player, who all teams must have 1 academy player.
I mean, taking a look at the stats from the last game right now, and talking about the players, even this particular campaign in general, talking about feed game assists, I can talk about Kevin Amayo, definitely topping that particular one with 164. And then you see the likes of Divine AK with 139, as well as Will Perry with 98. So it tells you, the amount of play, should I say, the quality of the players you have within your ranks. And then that last game, honestly, we need to look at a better way of evaluating that game. What went wrong between the boys, because everything on that night seemed so I don't want to use the word poor right now, but hopefully we'll be saying something different going into the game tonight.
Okay, I won't agree if you had used the word poor. That's one of our best games. That's just the truth. The truth is, everybody is coming to win. In as much as you want to win, your opponent wants to win too. The semi-finals, where every game will be difficult. Even the second semi-final went into overtime.
Yes,
every game of the quarterfinal is a difficult game. I understand Nigerians started believing, most of them started believing in us and feel that, we should push on to the final. But your opponent itself won't win now. That is just the truth. And in as much as you want to win, they want to win too. So, but I think what went wrong for us is we didn't start well. We had a poor start. Our shots were not dropping early in the first quarter. We had a deficit of 14 to 16 points midway in the second quarter. But I think we had to turn that around at the end of the day. Going into the locker room, we had an 11 points deficit. But our third quarter was the best. we ensured it was very good defense from the guys, and we ensured that they only scored, was it 6 or 8 points in that quarter, and we scored like 23 or 25 points in that quarter, which was very, very huge. Going into the first, we held like, say, a 4-point lead or so,
4-point lead,
and 2 minutes left on the clock. We're having like a 6-point lead, but turnovers, they're part of the game anyway.
Honestly, I felt where the game was lost for me, because I saw it and I feel came from the defense. A lot of time we allowed them roam a whole lot in our own arc, which I mean the boys should definitely look to do better when it comes to that.
Yeah. We almost won the ball. You understand that, like I said, your opponent wants to win as much as you want to win. They were down by 6 points or 4 points.
Going into overtime.
Going to like 1 minute and some few seconds left. They will definitely put pressure on you and see how they can turn it around. We're forced to have a back-to-back turnovers. They scored from there, and that's most painful part of it. Once your opponent can score immediately from a turnover, they scored, and they also got to the line, so that alone tied the game. We felt that Will Perry's last shot was going to be a drive-in to get a foul in our favor, but we didn't get that foul. Rather, they say it was a side ball, and that was how it went into overtime. And overtime, we had run out of gas. We couldn't hold off enough to win it. So I think the best time for us to have won that game was in 40 minutes in fourth quarter. We should have wrapped it all up. I just knew that overtime was going to be a difficult one for us. But anyway, for us as a team, we're taking positives rather than dwelling on the negative that, we should have won it. Because in the first instance, nobody knew we were even going to get here. Even ourselves as a team, we never knew we were going to get here. When we saw the group or the draw, we were like, come on, what's happening? As one finalists of last year, Monastir, former champion, APR, of Rwanda, they are champions of Rwanda, and also host of the finals. We're like, come on, how are we going to do this? So truly, as a team, our project or our projection at that point in time was to finish as one of the third best placed teams. We weren't even targeting winning the conference, was third best placed team. But we even shocked ourselves as a team. We won the first game, we won the second game, and we're like, come on, what's going on? We can actually do this. Okay, we got the third from Monastir. The fourth, we missed out on it. We lost by a buzzer beater. And we came back in the fifth game, and we won that against APR, and that's why we sealed our qualifications to players. But we also shocked ourselves. So we are rather dwelling on the positives than negatives. That if we can get to this point, that means in subsequent years, if we come again, we can actually go past this. We can actually believe, put in the work, and also go as far as the final. So if we can get to the semi-final this year, then come on, nothing can stop us from getting to the final.
Next year, definitely, you can go for it. I mean, because of our time, I know you need to get enough rest before the tip-off of the game by 7.
It shows that there are talent in Nigeria basketball, and we are spread across the world, not just in Nigeria. Like I mentioned, Peter Olisemeka is a Nigerian, plays in Europe. Divine is a Nigerian, grew up in the US. Kevin Amayo, Canadian Nigerian. So if we can have this talent across the world, it means we have lots of talent in the Nigeria basketball, and it shows that we can actually do it. And we need to invest in our league. For now, we don't know when the league is starting, and that's one challenging thing. The rest of Africa always see us that we don't have a league. How do we compete? So, but we as River Supers have to strike a balance of making sure that that's why the fact that the boys, the home-based players, have not been playing since we won the league last year in November, even though we had an invitational tournament in April, which was for just 1 week. We just made sure that there was that blend for the foreign pros to help out, and that was why they played major minutes than the home-based players, because we know that they have been playing a lot of games, so the level that they are in is much different from the level that the home-based players will be on, because come on, these guys play 30, 40 days, even much more, the last 1 year and also. But for us, it's a big challenge for us, which our big federation needs to look out for. But we have the talent here, no doubt. We have loads of talent here. And with what we've done, I think they will start having that focus on Nigeria basketball. Not even the league. We see how well we do in the national team, even though the last couple of months have not been good for the D Tigers. But our ladies are doing well.
The Tigers are going to the Olympics.
So there are lots of talent in Nigeria basketball, and this is just the beginning for more to come. And it's also given other teams in Nigeria that yes, you can believe if you can win the league. That means if River Supers have gone as far as the semi-final, you can actually do it. But if you have to do it, you have to put in the work to do it.
All right.
It doesn't come back, oh, I want to be like Hoopers, like I did it. You have to put in the work. That's just it. And funding as well.
All right, then I should let you go now. Just a couple more hours before the tip-off of the game between River Supers and Cape Town Tigers, talking about the bronze medal tonight. Hopefully, we get the win and then the money definitely in the bag. Well, I should say congratulations in advance to you and the team. And then just so you know, Nigerians and every one of us, we are rooting for you to go out there and get that bronze medal later tonight. Thank you so much, Queen Joseph Mosef, for joining me on the Sports Hub show this evening. We're rooting for your boys.
Thank you very much for having me.
All right, bye. And then you're ready. And that is Queen Joseph Mosef, the team's media officer for the Rivers Hoopers. You call them the Kingsmen. The basketball club are flying the country's flag so high. The journey ended yesterday when they were eliminated in semi-finals of the Basketball African League, losing 83-89 to Al Ahly of Libya. And then the boys definitely coming up the clutch. Talk about the likes of Calvin Amayo and also Divine AK, who have 26 points and 25 points double respectively. I thought to play for later tonight, and just like I mentioned, we're wishing them all the very best. And the Sports Hub show continues right here on Empire Radio 102.1 FM. There's still so much to talk about, so much to look into in the ever exciting, ever dynamic, and sometimes controversial world of sports. Whether you're a sports person or someone who just loves the thrill of the game, I tell you, the late night bet has gone all around the world. I have to finally curate and catch all of the scores on the sports scene this evening. You want to stick around with me because I've got stories preparing us for what is to come and actions this weekend. We'll talk about transfer bit as well. I just have to have them on the back pages of the major dailies. The Sports Hub show on Empire Radio 102.1 FM.
This is Sports Hub on High Impact 102.1 FM. For the best in sport entertainment, tune in to Sports Hub on High Impact 102.1 FM. Put a touch of class and finesse on your brand by advertising with us at High Impact 1021 FM. For more information, call
0706 393 5694, 0915 958 1881, or 0902 745 3931.
Follow us on our social media platforms at High Impact 1021 FM. Our deals are hotter than the weather itself.
Our deals are hotter than the weather itself.
This is Sports Hub on High Impact 102.1 FM. For the best in sport entertainment, tune in to Sports Hub on High Impact 102.1 FM.
Welcome back to the show, Sports Hub show on Empire Radio 102.1 FM, Friday edition today, the 31st day in the month of May, year 2024. We definitely got the show on the road already, and now let's start from the home front, talking about the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Camp will officially be opening from Monday. And yes, I tell you, so much happening right there between the ranks of the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Let's start with the news that broke out on May 29th, talking about the new national anthem And then the NFF are now moving to teach the Super Eagles the reverse national anthem. Chieftains of the Nigerian Football Federation are raising against time to ensure that the Super Eagles stars are learn and perfect the reverse national anthem barely 7 days before the World Cup qualifiers against Bafana Bafana of South Africa right there in Uyo. Don't forget that Nigeria will be looking to host Bafana Bafana in Uyo on June 7 before they travel to Ivory Coast to face Benin Republic on June 10. The Glass House are now facing a huge task of ensuring that the players are able to recite the new anthem perfectly to avoid international embarrassment. Emphasis on embarrassment, guys. And yes, to this end, the country's soccer governing body has now perfected a plan to ensure the players feel at home with the current anthem by urging them to rehearse on their own before coming to camp. I honestly don't want to laugh here. But then it is what it is. Players and officials of the Super Eagles are expected to hit Uyo Akwa Ibom State this weekend to begin preparations for the 2026 World Cup qualifiers against Bafana of South Africa. And the Super Eagles, with just 2 points, are currently third in Group C behind Rwanda and South Africa after 2 matches. And this makes the June 7 clash with the visiting South Africans a must-win at the Nest of Champions in Uyo. The Super Eagles are looking to record their first win in Group C after 2 draws against Lesotho and Zimbabwe. Just like we had it in the past, the Super Eagles found itself in similar situations in the World Cup qualifiers, and the result have now forced many Nigerians into the calculation table in the race to the 2026 showpiece to be co-hosted by United States of America, Canada, and Mexico. I tell you so much to talk about when it comes to the Super Eagles of Nigeria. And just so you know, Bayer Leverkusen star Nathan Tella yesterday also became the latest to withdraw from the Super Eagles squad less than a week to Nigeria's 2026 World Cup qualifier against South Africa. Super Eagles striker Victor Osimhen had earlier withdrawn from the squad due to injury, while the likes of Samuel Chukwueze and Frank Oyeka are likely to join skipper William Troost-Ekong on the sidelines over fitness issues. Yesterday, Tella